It's another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, episode 640, and I'm Dr. Neil Malik. Hey there, happy Friday, and welcome to another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I answer your health questions related to fitness, diet, nutrition, and lots more. You send me the questions, and I answer them for you. So I want this to be a place where you can learn about the truth. There's so much conflicting data out there when it comes to health especially. I want you to be able to feel comfortable that the tips that I give, that the information I'm giving you is accurate. Now, what makes me such a quote-unquote expert? Well, I do have my doctorate degree in public health with an emphasis in chronic disease prevention and nutrition. I also have my Master of Public Health degree with an emphasis in health promotion and health education. I'm also a registered dietitian nutritionist, a certified health education specialist, and a certified exercise physiologist through the American College of Sports Medicine. When I'm not doing this podcast, I'm chair of the Department of Nutrition and Basic Sciences at Bastyr University, where I also teach, and I do hold 2 other faculty positions at other institutions. And so needless to say, talking about health and wellness and nutrition and lifestyle are my passions, and I love staying current with the latest research so I can present that to you. So with that, let's hear today's question as we optimize your life.
Hey, Dr. Neil. My name is Katie, and the question I have is about flossing. So I've heard some experts saying that flossing doesn't have an impact and that it's not as beneficial as people thought it was. And I'm just kind of wondering where that came from and if that's even true. So if you could answer that, that would be great. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you for your question, Katie. You are correct that I have mentioned the importance of flossing on this show before. Now, before I continue, let's just get this out of the way. When I'm talking about flossing, I'm not talking about the floss dance move. I am, of course, talking about dental flossing. Now, I realize that by pointing this out, you may not be able to get that dance move out of your head. But you know what? That's a risk I'm willing to take. So back to dental flossing. Does it live up to the hype and actually help improve your dental health and possibly other diseases? Well, we often underestimate the importance of oral health when we think about living healthy. We always talk about nutrition and fitness and stress management, but when we really take a moment to think about how dental health impacts everything else, it becomes pretty clear. For example, if you lose your teeth, it will definitely influence the foods you're able to eat. Your teeth are obviously responsible for chewing, and if you're missing teeth, you won't be able to properly chew certain foods. If you're missing teeth, it will also alter your speech. Now, there are 2 common types of oral disease. One is gingivitis, which means plaque begins building up, causing the gums to become red, swollen, and inflamed. Now, gingivitis itself doesn't necessarily lead to tooth loss, but if it's not treated, gingivitis may progress to the other oral condition, periodontitis. With periodontitis, bacteria and toxins really start to build up and get beneath the gum line. Now, the body is smart enough to pick up on what's happening and will try to kill those bacteria. But by doing this, the body is actually making things worse. The bacteria and toxins, in combination with the body's immune system, begin to break down the tissue holding teeth in place. So basically, periodontitis leads to tooth loss. In fact, periodontitis is the main reason why adults lose their teeth. It's not that crazy bar fight they got into during spring break while they were in college. Again, once you're missing teeth, it's going to be a challenge to eat many common foods. In turn, this could lead to nutrient deficiencies. Also, remember those bacteria and toxins I just mentioned? Well, it turns out they don't just hang out in our gums and on our teeth and just sit there. They get into the bloodstream too. This means the immune system has to stay on guard and destroy the bacteria and toxins in the bloodstream too. Otherwise, they can infect other areas of the body and cause bigger problems. Now, by keeping the immune system on alert, we're promoting the inflammatory process throughout the body. This is what's also known as systemic inflammation. Systemic inflammation may lead to other chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer. In 2013, researchers examining the relationship between periodontitis, which causes tooth loss, and heart disease said, quote, "There is consistent and strong epidemiologic evidence that periodontitis increases risk for future cardiovascular disease," end quote. All right, so enough of the scary stuff. Does flossing actually help prevent gingivitis and possibly periodontitis? Well, researchers looked at 12 published studies and examined the effects of flossing on gingivitis and periodontitis. And here's what they said. Quote, "There is evidence that flossing, in addition to toothbrushing, reduces gingivitis compared to toothbrushing alone." End quote. Now, the researchers do admit that gingivitis doesn't always lead to periodontitis, but it can. So that's why they conclude that flossing may help prevent tooth loss. Of course, for flossing to be effective, though, you have to know how to properly floss your teeth. I'll let your dentist explain that process. The last thing I'll mention is that a recent study did find that those small interdental brushes, those things that can squeeze between your teeth, may also prevent gingivitis and possibly periodontitis. Again, I'll let you discuss that with your dentist to see if it's right for you. Thank you again for the question, Katie. You'll be entered into a very small raffle every month to win a book. That's on the 1st of the month, which is coming up pretty soon. So if you want to be in the raffle, send me a question. Just come by oldpodcast.com/ask. It's really easy, and you can even play back your message and do retakes before sending it in. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and call in your question. The number is 61 I love OHD. Both methods are in this episode's description, which you can find at oldpodcast.com. I hope you had a wonderful week. Thank you, as always, for listening and for your continued support. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on New Year's Eve this Monday, where your optimal life awaits.